What's up, fellow YouTubers? So, I came up with a new recipe today. I took 8 ingredients: melted butter, sugar, brown sugar, hot cocoa mix, self-raising flour, powdered milk, water, and chocolate syrup. I took all 8 of those ingredients and mixed them in a bowl together, and adding more self-raising flour until it became nice and doughy. And then I took this chocolatey, delicious dough. I got a bowl with some melted butter on the bottom, and I had 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, 4 packets of hot cocoa mix, and then I added some powdered milk, and then I added some self-raising flour. Then I added some water and some chocolate syrup, and I kept stirring it until it got a little bit soupy. And then I added some more chocolate syrup and some more self-raising flour to it. And then just kept on stirring it together and adding more flour to it until it got to a nice doughy consistency. And then I put it in a baking pan, baked it for 420 degrees in a bread tin until it came out toothpick clean. The bread I made, this simple 8 ingredient cocoa bread, as I call it, turned out pretty good. I put too much bread batter in one of my tins, in one of my bread tins, so I had to pull it out of the oven and dump some of the batter into another one. But other than that, it turned out pretty good, yo. A bit difficult getting it out of the pan, but I'm hoping to save at least 2 of the slices to do a burger with for the bread bun, for the bun of the burger. So, yeah. In fact, I just filled up on it after trying it. And I was like, well, after all this fuss and making it and waiting for it to get done, I had to try a slice. And turned out decent enough. It's pretty rich though. Now, what does the cocoa bread look like? Well, I'll take it out of the fridge and show you. After mixing all 8 of those ingredients into a doughy consistency, we're left with this, the 2 loaves that I made. Second one kind of fell apart when I was taking it out of the bread tin. The first one stayed together pretty good. I'm hoping to use this bread for a burger, either as the bun or on the bun. I don't know. But yeah, this is what the cocoa bread looks like, all finished. Yeah. That definitely tastes like chocolate. I don't know, YouTube. I came up with a new recipe and I was like, wonder how it'll taste. And turns out not too bad. So I'll let this bread solidify a bit longer. And I'm gonna try to use 2 pieces of it as buns for a burger. No guarantees though. But yeah, that's what the cocoa bread looks like, all done. Like I said, 8 ingredients, super easy to make. Once you've mixed all 8 of those ingredients into one bowl, um, get a bread baking tin, grease it up with some butter or some cooking spray of some sort, and then pour the batter into your bread tin. Fill the bread tin halfway up with the batter, and then bake it at 420 degrees until it comes out fork clean. Um, I put mine in there for like 28 minutes, and by the time the oven was done beeping, like 28, 29, 30 minutes, and within that time frame, it came out pretty clean. So, yeah. Cocoa bread, 8 ingredients, super easy to make. I don't know, YouTube. That's just the kind of guy I am. I like to come up with my own recipes and, you know, see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, those are the 8 ingredients you need to make cocoa bread. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Self-raising flour, sugar, brown sugar, butter, cocoa powder, water, powdered milk, and chocolate syrup. You mix all 8 of those into a bowl until you get a nice doughy consistency. A nice thick chocolate dough. And then you bake it in the oven until it comes out fork clean. You stick a fork in it and it comes out clean. Yeah. But that's how you do that. That's how you do that, YouTube. Anyways, tubes, thank you for watching, and catch y'all on the flip side.